All right, we are live, and the New York Mets are playing meaningful games in September, and we are quickly learning meaningful games in September sound a lot more fun when you're like 30 games under 500 in September, and like, man, I wish we just had meaningful games in September instead of actually watching meaningful games in September, and we're double guessing, second guessing the manager based on using an absolute dumpster fire pitcher basically any time in the game, let alone late in a close game. Nonetheless, the one thing that's going to get us through these meaningful games in September and hopefully October is our Coors Light. We got to believe it's presented by Coors Light, where you're juggling work, family, and the busyness of summer. And let's be honest, it's fall almost. It's easy to feel the pressure, but that doesn't mean we have to lose our chill. I'm not going to let he who should not be named, he's pretty much at that point in my life, ruin my chill, ruin my life, ruin my summer into fall, into football season and whatever may come, ruin my Mets season, which has had some highs along with a bunch of lows. So when the mountain turns blue, Coors Light is as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smooth finish. So I'll be drinking my Coors Lights before the game, during the game, and then after the game, whether it's celebratory or rehabilitatory, that's up to the New York Mets. So New York, choose chill, choose Coors Light, proud partner of the New York Mets. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/believe. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, boys. 2 or 3 against the Tigers. I think we would have been in a different state if yesterday had turned out a little differently. I'll be honest, boys. It's good to be back. And I was ready to do an emergency pod yesterday if we had won that game because I was
we're back now.
We were feeling good, right? We were feeling good.
This is the problem is like their wins. This is the story of this team. They play up to competition. They play down to competition. Their wins are like electric wins, big, like the bats come out, give you all the faith in the world. Juan Soto hitting dingers, stealing bases. And then their losses are like soul crushing, bad starts, shitty bullpen, fuck Ryan Helsey. Like there, you can never get you can't go one direction or the other without being pulled back for better or worse. And here I am thinking all my life I wanted meaningful games in September. And then I got a taste of the good life with Steve Cohen. And I started to think, no, I want these games to be meaningless. Yeah. I want meaningless games in September. I want these to be a formality. But beggars can't be choosers. So, in the middle of a playoff hunt, and September is all you can ask for.
The one ask heading into this was that Kevin not be too positive towards the team and
Yeah, I was gone last week, and I'm like, I just hope Kev's not feeling good right now. I don't need him to be putting the whammy on the team. I don't want to shoot him down. So the Mets will take care of that on their own. By the way, he said meaningful game in September. Got to shout it out right now. Barstool at the ballpark. We do have a meaningful game in September. It should, at this point, it has to basically still be meaningful at this point. The Mets are not that
mathematically, like if it's not something that's gone
terrible or awesome, it could be awesome.
Yes,
something seriously like the Phillies didn't win a game, but it's September 20th, Nationals, 4:10 p.m. So you're gonna have that nice fall crisp. The sun's out though. It's gonna be absolutely perfect. You kind of casually follow college football on your phone if you're a college football fan, and you have the Metropolitans. You have yourself 3 hours of beer. You have yourself $18 worth of food, and you have yourself some meaningful games in September, along with a long sleeve tee, which I believe is the giveaway that day. That's a nice little giveaway there,
Guaranteed giveaway. Every fan in attendance.
Oh wow! Sweet.
Don't even have to show up early. Look at that.
The line's going back to the fucking subway just to get in the game. So
can I tell you, good. I feel like the Mets are, what's that? The monkey's paw?
Yes.
It's kind of like be careful what you wish for, or when a genie gives you your wish, but he fucks you. It's I would have wished, please, my first wish, please, can the Mets offense play up to their potential? Let me see it. And it's yeah, sure. Here you go. Best offensive month in franchise history. Oh, but by the way, you went 11-17. What the fuck, man? How do you have an 11-17 month in your best month in franchise history? Everyone's got an OPS over 1,000. Everyone's got 5, 6, 7 home runs over the last 15 games. Everybody's hitting. Doesn't matter. It's that's baseball, Susan. That's Mets life. That's a little misleading because they did have. It was very feast or famine. They were either scoring 13 runs or 3 runs. So the games they lost, their offense wasn't playing well in. But the mere fact of if you would have told me that they would be first in every category for a calendar month, and that it wouldn't even be 500, When you like forget about being a good month, not even an okay month.
Not even close to 500. 11 and 17.
Bad month.
Bad month.
What? It's
and after a whole season of not hitting with runners in scoring position, now they are leading the league the last like month and a half, and nobody's talking about it because it doesn't matter because they can't pull out the wins at the end.
But I mean, it's almost like it's still a little bit early. Like I almost wish they started this like right now, and then you could carry it. There's still enough time that this hot streak can last long enough, make some moves, solidify yourself, and then go ice cold just in time for October. Like it almost seems like I almost want to stop the hot streak right now, have a bad couple weeks, and start again.
Can we do that? Are we able to? How do we do that? Do we promote Eric Chavez? Because Eric Chavez was the problem, but now he's not the problem anymore.
Oh, how funny is that?
The problem. I don't
You're the
know how it all
manager.
works now.
You're now the GM, Eric.
It's funny. I haven't seen Hefner, and Hefner does have a track record, but he also has had some time here where there were some struggles, and obviously at the beginning of the season they were very good. But like Hefner just gets the pass, and it's like fuck David Stearns. It's all his fault, and it's like
it just passed the buck, man. It's so silly. It is so good.
How I have to know. I have to just check in because again I wasn't here last week, and then he was out. How is our reality TV show / actual TV personality Meek Phil doing right now through all that?
Well, I saw the one win versus the Marlins, and then that series we don't have to talk about. I'm doing good. I wish I got to talk more baseball on Monday, but there will be more time at the end of the shows for that to happen. So it's all football.
Dude, Meek, you called it. You were like 3 out of 4 with the Marlins. It's got to be 3 out of 4.
And then it's 3 out of 4. Yeah.
Which way it went?
Yeah.
Monkey paw. There's your monkey paw. 3 out of 4. All right, we'll give you that one.
Dude, it was funny. My daughter's like continued becoming a baseball fan experience. She became a real fan, a real Mets fan. How many times have you said throughout your life when the Mets have a big offensive game, how many times have you said something to the effect of, can you save some of those runs for tomorrow? Like, stop them. So Shay goes to me, I wish I could get in a time machine and go back to yesterday and then bring some of those runs back with me for today. And I was like, congratulations. You are a Mets fan and a baseball fan. And guess what? Today we're going to score 0 runs. Like, that's just how it's going to go.
That's what I was talking with Clem yesterday. It's like, we don't even win the games like 3-2. It's like if we don't score 8 runs or 9 runs, we have no chance of winning. We can't win without scoring.
It was like mathematically impossible for us to lose the game that we won. But the second Luis Torrens started throwing batting practice, I was like, this would be the one. If
you didn't get a little when they hit 9 runs, if you didn't get a little bit like, wait a minute, you're not a Mets fan.
Yep.
And I still don't blame Mendoza for actually going with Torrens there either. It's like trying to save a picture.
And you're like, well, this could just potentially be
bad.
It's like, hey, trumpets, here we go, up 5.
I know Gary and Keith, Ron were like appalled by that game, right? Like it just became such a circus show. But I get it when you have a taxed bullpen and a bad bullpen, and you just can, trying to save an arm any way you can. Yeah, I mean, it was ugly, but fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Gary started pulling up rules that I didn't even know existed. It's like the folly of the game or whatever. Like when the game becomes such a joke that they just should end it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like actually a thing that they never enforce it. And Keith's like, let's do it.
Let's go home.
Yeah, that was like the one game too. And granted, you always want your one guy to like have a little bit of support as he gets started, but it's like I don't know what to expect out of Jonathan after one start because it was such a fake game. He goes out, gets those couple of pop outs, and then it's like he's in the dugout for 45 minutes, goes back out, back in the dugout for 45 minutes. That almost
made me like, I mean, the chances of that happening again are so slim, but it's like, I don't know, at least he can keep his composure when he's getting cold and whatever. That's a check in his box at least.
I dare the Mets to score 19 runs again on Friday night to find out if he can do it again.
The start of that game was like my favorite Mets game of all time. I mean, first of all, I love Jonathan like a son. I feel like watching him, I felt the same way when I watched Keegan on the baseball diamond, where I'm like nervous and anxious but excited. And him, like, bro, the amount of like viral on and off the field moments that guy had in one start was more than like our entire rotation combined. Like the smiling and the laughing and the post-game interview and the spinning on the mound and like all of those things. I was like, this guy already has a career's worth of memes and moments. And then the offense was clicking. I was like, this is the greatest game I've ever watched. And then it turned into an absolute shit show. And I was like, okay, well, maybe not the best baseball game ever. But that Tong start was, I mean, Tong and McClain, I don't know who I love more. Because, Jonah, I feel like this weird little connection just because we did that interview. McClain, I said I will always love him for essentially doing everything in his power to be the savior. I don't know if this can be saved. We'll see. But he is unbelievable. McClain is unbelievable.
Yep.
I said that, or I just thought of this one now. Jonah Tong is the girl next door, and McClain is the 10 at school that likes you for some reason. And it's I don't know which one I love more, but they're both awesome.
It's like a marry, fuck, kill. I'm fucking McClain, I'm marrying Jonah, and I kill Ryan Helsey.
And I'm throwing Senga in there too. So 2 weeks ago we had Clemmer on, and I was like, listen, I'm done with Senga. And then Clemmer, and to be fair, he talked me down from the ledge. I mean, he's still here. His ERA is, did I see it's 3 still?
It's at 3 now after all this.
Crazy. It's crazy he was that good at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I am so done with him. But I'm killing Senga right now. Or he should kill him. He should do something with Japanese word I'm not going to say. I don't want to get his flag on YouTube right now. But he's so maddening. I mean, it's him. It's Mania. And then when you can't even trust Peterson anymore.
I know.
What are we gonna do? But anyway, let's go back to the good stuff. We're gonna get to the bad stuff later. McClain, is there any pitcher? I don't know if there's any pitcher in Mets history, honestly, since I started watching, that I would love to see pitch an entire career fully healthy.
Yeah.
Because his stuff, DeGrom was great, but McClain stuff is even different than that. It's wiffle ball stuff. And that's my favorite. Jose Fernandez is my favorite pitcher to watch ever. And there's no one who has ever come close to him until McClain in my life. You know what I mean? It's the stuff
and even the DeGroms of the world, especially the way DeGrom just added 9 miles per hour on his fastball as he got older. It's awesome to watch someone throw 101 and strike everybody out, but it's so inefficient and it led to arm problems. And the way McClain at least has pitched so far has been that I can see the longevity he's got. Did you see the Tigers announcers?
Action. Those guys they're not just rookies.
God, that was terrible. That was disgusting. And then McClain's getting the pitching ninja treatment with the overlay. Those balls that just go whoop. Insane. I mean, he is.
I was begging for a pitcher like Logan Webb, and that's what he is because he can strike you out, but at the same time, he doesn't actively try to because he knows he can get you to just make bad contact. And it's thank you. Please, somebody else pick up the baton and pitch the way that this man's pitching. But nobody can because nobody can spin it like that. It's insane.
Yeah. No, he's sick. He's I was getting excited, and now I'm oh, wait a minute. What if we have another? I said it last episode where I was talking about how we churn out pitching, but if they've just done it again with a couple guys who are just especially if McClain is the real deal. I was talking with Clem saying, I realized I'm so washed because I had never even heard the name Junior. What's his Caminero? The guy who just yeah. So I was like, man, why can't we just have some guy who just pops up out of nowhere and hits 40 home runs? And I realized it's because we get the pitching version of that. I'm sure there are guys being wow, how come the Mets just keep calling these fucking pitchers up who are all electric? So I guess you take the good with the bad, but he might be let's watch you for the next 15 years, God willing.
And the one thing that concerns me, and I feel I'll ask you, are these guys with the spin rates? I mean, everyone, it's a fucking epidemic as it is. But it's spin rate, oh, fuck, this could be.
Pitchers will break no matter what. Just keep that thought in your head. At some point in a pitcher's life, you'll get Tommy John surgery. He may get 2.
I was going to say, my thing is just don't get 2. If you can get away with 1, you are lucky.
Has he had one already?
I don't think so.
You never know. It feels like every single guy is he's coming into the minors with Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, I remember that about DeGrom, right? He had it early. I remember being oh, we're good. Nope, wrong.
Okay, so and the thing about McClain I love too is he has that salty fuck you, he wants to strike out the side. He wants to, if he gives up a run, he's pissed about it. And
football mentality. And you know what? Spin zone, if he was playing football and he played football in college, that means he doesn't have as many innings on his arm. He's not just a one sport guy. So he could have a longer runway than most.
Him and Tong are the real deal. You have to call up Sproat.
Which they are in consideration to do. I don't know if it's going to be Sunday, if it's going to be the week after, but do something.
I mean, for so many reasons. Number one, everyone else sucks. Like
That's the main reason.
That's the big number one. Good.
Absolutely sucks. Not like, oh, we could be better, or like, oh, like embarrassing. Not sure if these guys should like retire after the season type bad. Like, if you can't pitch more than 3 innings, you're not, so that's the far and away number one. But also when all these guys have kind of developed along the way together, they're all in the same boat in essence. And like the first 2 call-ups work. How can you not at least give it a roll with the third one? So where's it going to happen?
It's like the Tyler McGill.
3 innings?
When Tyler McGill is getting updates in minor league baseball and people are paying attention to it, it's like, we need to call someone up. If we're waiting on Tyler McGill, we need to call somebody up.
Frank Fleming said, I want Tyler McGill up here. Come on.
There you go.
Tyler McGill is in the dugout of Syracuse, and David Stearns walks in. He's just fiddling with a couple of rocks. He goes, "You could not live with your own failures." Right back to me.
Oh, there you go. So fuck. Never
All
mind.
right, McClain, good work. It's a fresh ligament we have in there. According to I didn't get to see who said that.
Armand,
our guy Armand, fucking MVP. He's the McClain of the fucking comment section of the chat. McClain had surgery for the people listening in 24, or he missed this 24 season. So I mean, we were begging for McClain for months, and I'm like, I told you, Mets. Like, I understand now why they let him, and he had to get some stuff under control. So I feel like we were right? And this is the worst thing that happened to David Stearns. It's like, we told you this guy was going to be awesome, and he's been just as awesome. But I understand, they have to watch out for the long-term health of the franchise. So Sproat would be, so I thought Sproat was potentially going to be Friday because Senga's currently lined up there. That's not going to happen. I guess the scheduling doesn't line up with that.
There's zero chance Senga makes his next start. Either he accepts the minor league assignment or they just skip it entirely because of the off day. There is zero chance Senga starts this next turn.
And then who are we looking at then?
The off day.
That's one of those like guy out of the AAA is our opener, and then we're just piecing together.
I mean, it's like the stars and moons have aligned with the off day and the way Senga's pitching, and he's ready. Just fucking do it, man.
And it's the Reds, so you know what? It's like even if you're gonna call up a guy that you're unsure about, the Reds haven't seen him. There's no tape on him, so he can get you through 4 innings, which is more than Senga will give you.
Right.
If a starting pitcher gives me 5 innings, 3 runs, 5 innings, 2 runs, at this point I'll fucking take it. Because we don't even get that. It's like 4 innings, 5 runs.
I will suck a dick for that right now. Oh my God. It's like that seems like an ace start these days.
Clay Holmes yesterday couldn't even get through the 5th, and he ended up getting 4 2/3, 3 earned.
It is.
I feel like 3 2/3 is our sweet spot for our starters. And honestly, this would help. Just call them openers from now on.
I know.
Holmes is an opener, Senga's an opener, Manaya's an opener, and then McClain, Jonathan, Big Boy, starting pitchers. The other 3 are fucking. If they call them openers and you take them out after 3, I'd be like, oh, that's a good opener.
At least that was the game plan. It makes me feel like everyone's prepared for it and not like, oh fuck.
You know how insane it would be if we go into the postseason with 3 starting pitchers who just joined the team in August?
Yeah.
Isn't that also the way, like in the season where it feels kind of wide open and like anything can happen? It feels like the team that like does something like that might have the edge where, it's like, oh yeah, I don't know. The Mets just got 3/5 of their rotation 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And they're lights out. Who knows?
So I have an interesting stat here. Clay Holmes somehow has 11 wins this year. Jacob deGrom only achieved higher than the number twice as a Met.
My God.
Wow.
You know how Clay Holmes is 11 wins when he doesn't go more than 5 innings.
Like honestly, what was his line the other day? It was like 4 1/3.
You need to go 5 innings to get a win.
I know. I'll take honestly. Would you sign for 4 2/3, 3 runs every day? At this point, I'd have to. You have to.
You have to just because you trust our offense. Like
non-McClain starts. We'll see what happens with Tong. 4 plus innings and a few runs is like absolutely. I'll take that.
And the funny thing is, with those 3 earned or 4 earned, like you're then saying, all right, is the bullpen then getting their dick kicked in either? Once they give the earned runs to the other guy, the inherited runs go to the starter. Then that reliever, Soto, whoever it may be, or Stanek, is giving up 2 earned, and then you're down 5-3 at any point in the game. It's crazy, but you know what? I think I'd sign up for it. And I got a call from Rocky.
The offense is going to keep going. It's like, all right, we can score 6. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, it's crazy. I can't believe we're even in still in the hunt, let alone in a pretty solid playoff spot right now. That is That's crazy. The extra wild cards gets a little silly.
Well, we're only a game back at a second wild card somehow, which makes no sense.
Everyone stinks
because the Padres have been collapsing.
Yeah,
the Padres are
that's why, it's always been the case, but more so than ever, you just got to get in. Because if that offense goes bonkers like this in October, Meek was saying this yesterday, like in the playoffs, you have a quick hook with your starters anyway. It's like win by any means necessary, all hands on deck regardless. So if you're putting up 6-7 runs every night for a few weeks in October, I will take my fucking chance.
If you want to look really far ahead, the NLDS, there's an off day between games 1 and 2 this year for the National League. So you could burn your entire bullpen game 1, game 2, and then you have like off days in between. Like you don't have back-to-back days for 3 and 4.
It's a good stat, Make. That's a good one.
The AL had it last year.
We just got to do it now.
Yeah.
Just get there and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
What was the exact stat, me? I missed that.
You have an off day in between game 1 and 2.
Of the NLDS, so you can just go ham on game 1 if need be, get some rest, and then
the AL had that last year. Made no sense. I don't know why it exists, but it's going to alternate between every year. And I'm sure Stearns probably knew that too when he traded for relievers he expected to be good that aren't.
I mean, Helsey's stat line of give up like 13 runs with the Cards and he's given up 12 just with us is like.
We'll get to the Helsey stuff. That will be presented by Game Time. The Helsey March of Doom is presented by Game Time. There's nothing like a crisp fall night at the ballpark, but getting there, it's brutal. It's as brutal as fucking watching Ryan Helsey pitch. You're stuck in a queue. Prices jump up at checkout. You're logged out mid-click. Oh, my God. These are all, like, legitimate things. They did a great job. All you wanted to do is be in the stands, beer in hand, yelling with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. And the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic MLB tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so you get what you see when you pay. I was looking at tickets for Mets versus Rangers on Friday night. Jacob deGrom return night, potentially. And the tickets, I mean, it's incredible here. So if you want to get just in the building, whatever, $535. Row 8, $19, not that bad. You want to sit right there in the box seats, box 123, row 13, $105. So basically $19 or $105 to get there. You can, see DeGrom up close and personal. I'll personally go with the $19 box. It's just my thing. Or here we have the Caesar box, section 333, row 11, $37. Split the difference. That's where I'm going to look right there. So I'm going to get myself my Texas Rangers Mets game on Friday night. Hopefully DeGrom versus potentially, they said McClain, but it looks like Tong as of now is the setup. Is that right?
Depends how they line it up. It also depends who starts on Sunday too. If it's Sproat or McClain.
So there is a chance it could happen though. And again, if Tong is going in with back-to-back 19-run games, DeGrom might throw a no-hitter just out of pure anger and jealousy for it. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BELIEVE for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BELIEVE for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket. Go. Download the Game Time app today. That's a good ass slogan right there. Shout out Game Time. We love you guys. All right. Hell's bells, Kevin. First of all, he needs to lose the goddamn song. He needs to lose 56 for Lawrence Taylor. He shouldn't even have a jersey, we could say. But fuck Ryan Helsey. Kevin,
it's like baseball is one of those sports where you have to try to, especially with someone who showed as much talent and potential as he has, you got to keep pitching these guys to try to get them going. In general, everybody, you got to keep playing them, get them at bats, get them appearances, whatever it may be. But I don't know, man. We're getting to a point where it's if it was May or something, fine, but you just can't in good conscience put him out there anymore. And he has to have the awareness to go stop with the hell's bells. Or at least you can play the song, but you're not doing the whole fucking Undertaker thing. It's one of those things. It's silly. It's stupid. It doesn't really matter. He might not even think about it, but it just gives ammo to the fans and to the sports talk radio. And how it must be a New York thing. It's that stark of a difference when you've given up almost the same amount of runs in a couple weeks as you did with the entire season with the Cardinals. Something's wrong. Something's going on.
An 11.45 ERA in 14 starts. I don't think people realize how insane it is. An 11 ERA. He's given up 3 home runs as a Met. He gave up 4 home runs as a Cardinal the entire first half, whatever it was. This is the guy that was the National League reliever of the year last season. Like, I think that's, like, also forgotten. It's basically like we trade for Devin Williams, and it's actually he's worse than Devin Williams. He's 2 times worse than Devin Williams in this.
I saw someone already let up more runs for the Mets than Devin Williams has for the Yankees, which is a lie. But just the pure fact
believable.
that I believed it and I had to look it up is insane.
I mean, 3 runs, 1 run, 0-2, 0-3, 0-2, 2-1. It's, I mean, he's giving up runs every.
When we got Diaz and that blackout year that I just could put in the back of my mind, like I forget, where every single pitch he threw just went out of the ballpark. Like, I don't want to hear from Ryan Helsey about how his stuff is so good and that the worm's going to turn. I would love to believe that, but at the same time, I lived through that year of Diaz.
Bro, Ryan
Diaz was never this bad.
Ryan Helsey has a 2.5 whip. Yeah. It's 2.5.
Insane.
He's already been worth minus 1.4 WAR in 14 games as a reliever.
You just can't. You can't. I'll take anybody else. Like, throw any schmuck out there. You just can't.
Yeah, Mendoza. Like yesterday, I think was the last one. It's like late and close. 7th, 8th inning, you can't use him. He gets the static treatment now. He goes to the 5th inning when it's out of hand already.
Down 3-2 in the 7th is a winnable game. like they could have went to Tyler Rogers or literally anyone else.
Yeah, throw.
Like,
give Senga a shot on the bullpen there.
I do think they're trying to like get it going, but it's like
you could do that down 4 runs. You could do that up 7 runs.
Yeah,
a 1-run game either way. It's like, why?
If he's going to be this shitty, you got to put him in like a laugher of a game, whether we're up or we're down, whatever it is. But if he's shitty right now and he does like the reverse Phil Maton and then he just shows up in the postseason, no one's going to care. So throwing 101, 102, like that's something that you would like to have in your arsenal coming down the line. But you can't put him in the games right now.
We're getting to a point as a sport where if you're not going to be like a nasty pitcher who can locate and have movement, you got to throw like 107.
Yeah.
101 just like is, he said his quote was like, the guys are hitting things that are 101 that like they're 91. And he's not far off because like 100 is like 95. It's like everybody can kind of hit that these days.
The thing that's the most Monday's game where he appeared in 5 pitches, 5 strikes, 3 batters, gave up a run, and he got pulled. It's like they knew exactly what was coming in those 5 fucking pitches. That's probably like one of the quickest hooks you could have in a 3-batter minimum, probably, if you really think about it.
That's the talk, right? Is that he's tipping pitches, and it's like
he's been doing it for a month. Fucking stop.
Figure it out. Stop tipping your pitches.
Or start shouting out to the hitters, I'm throwing my fastball here. And then just give him a slide.
Hey, you know what, though? You know what's so fucking crazy? Did you hear that? The Aroldis Chapman story?
I don't believe it at all. I know they said it, but I don't believe it.
Like, so if you don't know it, it was Connor Wong hit the pitch com and said, throw an inside fastball. And Chapman went, I never thought about locating my fastball. I just threw it. I just threw a fastball straight, and if it was up, down, in, out, so be it. And Connor Wong, 16 years into my career, made me think about throwing my pitches in a certain spot. And that I know it sounds silly, Phil, but also at the same time, his walks are like half of what they used to be. And he says it's because of that. So I'm like, let's sit down with Ryan Helsey and put everything on the table. Like, how are you holding the ball in your glove? Did you think about opening your fingers? Did you think about hiding it? Did you think about locating it?
Are you thinking about pitching left-handed for once? I don't know.
Yeah. Let's put it all out there because whatever you're doing, you haven't thought it through, buddy.
Is batting practice one of his pitches? Like batting practice ball? Like get that out of the repertoire.
Add Ephus into your arsenal.
Yeah.
He's got to grow the mustache back. He's just got to be a different version of himself. Weird shit like that.
Dye your hair blonde. I mean, I don't know.
We need some major league Pedro Serrano shit. I need him like praying to a statue in his locker. I need the incense, the juju, voodoo, whatever it takes, man. That guy he might be unsavable.
Now, if he cannot be saved. And listen, I'm with you. I'm not throwing him in the garbage because I do think he could do the reverse Maton and come in October. You're like, oh shit, this guy figured it out or found it. You can't teach 101, even though it seems like you really can. The thing is with the Phillies, right? All those Philly guys throw hard, and we just go, just knock them around the fucking
They're the only team we cheat against. They're the only team that we just know exactly what's coming.
Yeah.
Parabolic Mike.
Technology and manpower.
I don't know. We didn't decide to cheat versus the Marlins. It was only the Phillies. We were like, oh, let's just use our cheating powers.
Oh, the Nationals are the worst bullpen in the league, and we are flummoxed. They're just completely like putting together a 10,000 piece puzzle in an hour. We are just fucking cooked. If Ryan Helsey can't figure it out, I think I have a solution though. For at least when he's at Citi Field, I think you keep Hell's Bells. I think you keep the Undertaker theme and the music and the lights and whatever. Throw some fireworks in it. However, he has to come out in the other team's like jacket. So it's like Hell's Bells for us. It's like, fuck, we're up 3-2 late, and Helsley's coming in. Hell's Bells for the Mets lead. And honestly, I'll give them credit because, like, as a Mets fan, you're used to pain, you're used to suffering, and it's like like Benitez had Hell's Bells without Hell's Bells for us, right? So did Familia, did Diaz in 2019. This is just our latest obstacle we have to get over.
Or what if we give Hell's Bells to a different reliever? Like, what if like Ryan Stanek comes out to it instead? And it's like, well, he's already bad.
You know what you need is Rogers to have Hell's Bells with that like goofy ass delivery. It's like the least Hell's Bells thing ever. I was watching the Terminal List on Prime, this Army movie, and they have this montage of the Army base with Hell's Bells playing, and I was like, wow. I was like, I'm gonna sign up for the fucking Army. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, Hell's Bells can make anything cool. Nope. Never mind.
The fucking Giants play it before their kickoffs, and like
when you're one,
I'm like, we're back. We're so back. Hell's Bells is playing, and then we're the Giants, and we suck.
Yep.
So this is the other thing too. I will say this. I know his name is Helsley. As an old. Personally, dude, I agree with anyone who said it. Like, it is bullshit. That was someone else's closer song, and he was fucking awesome. And we should not have, Trevor Hoffman was the Hell's Bells guy. But at the same point, like, I mean, I know Phil knows that, but there's other people, Phil's generation and younger. They
don't even know who Trevor Hoffman is, let alone know what his fucking, that was 30 years ago. It's like.
I didn't like when Wagner used Sandman, even though he had it first. I don't like taking other people's music. I hated when Contreras had Narcos, right? It's like, I think there's one theme. However, like, it's just part of the game. It sucks. It is what it is.
Wagner was a fan and had the song first, but you can't use it if Mariano Rivera uses it.
Right.
And wins with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's the guy who has the Stone Cold one, Phil?
What's up?
Who's the guy who's the Stone Cold entrance for the Marlins?
Tyler Phillips.
Yeah, that guy, I can't decide whether he's like awesome or it's like, all right, settle down. Jesus
Christ. Was like a Phillies like eighth guy in the rotation, and that just sucked. So I don't think he's good. He was on Part of My Take once.
Clapping his face and all that shit. It's like,
he's an aura farmer, as the kids say. Is that what you're telling me?
You can't be that cool and be on the Marlins. That's just like. Yeah.
What if we like? Let's. Here's a new song. Try that. Like not just like we're taking away Hell's Bells because you suck. Like maybe another song will help. Let's try anything and everything.
Try Pink Pony Club.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go. The Enter Sandman shit was always funny. I got such a kick out of that because he was first, and it always reminded me of Michael Bolton from Office Space. Why the fuck should I have to change? I had it first. Well, because it's Mariano Rivera, dude. Like, yeah, you got to give it up.
Let's talk through this here, boys, because like let's be honest, like Narco changed Edwin Diaz and changed the trajectory of our franchise with it.
Right.
So I'm just looking at my music. Cowboy by Kid Rock. That's pretty fucking good.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if he's a cowboy though. We have to learn a little about.
I don't know enough about him other than he's just a shitty meathead pitcher.
Yeah. He's from Oklahoma, born in Oklahoma. All right, this could work. Maybe
he does look like a big corn-fed country boy.
Nope.
That like you would like Hell's Bells would work, like he's not coming out to dance a Kuduro or Narcos. He needs something like old white people rock. Maybe he's like a Sweet Home Alabama guy.
Yeah, Skinner. Yeah, get some Skinner in there.
Some like white people shit,
Led Zeppelin, like he could be a Zeppelin guy. All right, so that's probably what we have to do. The chat wants to throw any fucking ideas out there, but I think that's the easiest thing. One, stop saying fastball. Stop telling the people your pitches. If that's been fixed.
Oh wait, I got it. We'll do a little immersion therapy. We got to do the chop. We got to do the right. He was the one who hated the chop.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So like
he probably doesn't like Cowboys then too. So we have to come across the kid. Yeah, good point. Okay, so
bro, that show though, again, to go back to the Terminal List, they played Hell's Bells, and I was like thinking about Helsley, and then the opening song is Simple Man, and had me thinking about DeGrom. And I was like, this Fuck this show, man. Like blowing up and dying, but I'm having PTSD about baseball.
It's good because a normal person's watching that show. I was like, wow, it's really cool. I really like the setting. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, those assholes on the Wake Up Show, Wake Up Barstool. Like, do you like your baseball as a soap opera or as a like a Excel spreadsheet? It's like, no, I like it as like a drug that basically makes me feel good a little bit, and then it ruins the rest of my life.
Yeah, mine is like the Saw series. Yeah. That's you have a soap opera. Mine is Hostel.
It's funny you said that, Kev, about that Marlins game the other night. I told AJ the Mets lost 20-19 in the morning because he fell asleep, and he's like, "No,
you're sick."
It could happen. Like, he needs to know. Like, I am the one-handed guy from Arrested Development.
Yeah. And that's why you don't go to bed thinking you're gonna win the Mets game.
Oh, speaking of which, retired from West Coast games. I'm announcing this on the pod. I have retired from Ryan Helsey appearances. I will be dipping out, and then I will wait till, like, I don't know. How long is a Helsey need? 15 minutes or so? I'll go back on in 15 minutes.
That is
I'll
entirely fair.
Done.
I am now consuming. So do you like it as a what'd you just say? Do you like it as a soap opera? Do you like it as an Excel sheet? As I'm getting older, my baseball experience is an a la carte buffet where I'm like, I'll take the first inning. I'll take the fourth inning. I'm out on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'm gonna watch when we're up, but not when you're batting. I have a whole system now to enjoy the game how I want to enjoy it, because Lord knows I can't just sit down and watch a 9-inning game anymore.
I'm not one for like notifications on my phone. Like, I like some stuff, but I don't like every run scored or the game starting. If I could sign up for like Juan Soto Lindor at bat, so then I know I'm getting the good guys here. Yeah. And then I can opt out for the bottom of the lineup when they're not hitting.
There are times when it's going rough and I really can't, I'm truly protecting myself at this point for some of these games. There are times where I'm like, okay, we're pitching. Only badness can happen here. Like, if we get out of the inning, great. But this, I'm only setting myself up here to watch us give up runs. And then when we're batting, I'm like, well, I don't need to watch this, because if we score, great. And if we don't, no big deal. And I just end up not watching. I'm like, all right, I don't watch when we pitch. I don't watch when we bat. I'm just hiding from the Mets entirely.
When I was on vacation, I was like, oh, man, it's just going to be good. Like, I'll just follow the Mets on my phone. Like, I'll just take a look here and there. And I saw that they had MLB logged in with my username, and 7:00 every night we were watching the pregame. Not even just dialing in. Me and they just sit on the couch. 3 hours was our day. David Peterson, shout out for that 5-run inning as we were, having a good Saturday or whatever it was. That ruined our day. Then the fake comeback followed by the loss, and I'm like, that was by
Mets
top 5 loss
standards. Yeah, that was like top 5 loss of my lifetime. That was insane. That was insane. By the way, just to clear this up, because I see everyone chatting about it, McClain got surgery when he was in college, not last year.
Yeah,
he was back for the 2024 season.
He got it at some point, pretty much. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, he got it at some point, and
so his next one will be a second.
Yeah, right.
The failed comeback, though, really does highlight that Juan Soto just decides to turn it on in August and September, and to go to the post game interview and just be like, yeah, it's all that who gets hot in September. You could just do that.
Not me.
And be like, I'm going to be so much better than everybody else on the field. Watch me steal 3 bases and hit 2 home runs. That is insane. And that's a level of Barry Bonds DNA of if you throw it over the plate, I'm going to annihilate the baseball today. I remember hearing a story, and not to compare him to this player because I fucking hate this player, but Robinson Cano, they said that he would show up to the ballpark and be like, yeah, I'm going to go 4 for 4 today. And then would do it just because he felt it in batting practice. He's like,
feel that way more. Feel that way every day.
He is so good and so violent on balls inside. It's insane.
Do we have another ad?
Yep, we will.
We got to do a whole Juan Soto segment.
This is the Juan Soto ball watching segment of the podcast. My friends at DraftKings.
Ball watching.
Game on. Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Every touchdown you could hit big. Don't watch just the game when you can win with it. DraftKings Sportsbook brings you the unmatched intensity of the NFL straight to your fingertips, whether you're backing the first touchdown score, hitting anytime TD props, or riding the thrills of live in-game betting. Every play is packed with possibilities. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Boys, the Stream East, I don't know how exaggerated Steph is. I'm telling you, it ain't going the right way. Get yourself you get your Sunday ticket, watch it on TV, bet on some games. I said it all the time. Me and my boys, we like to do a six man, or three of us. We each take 2 touchdown scores. So you have a 6-person parlay. You hit that touchdown. It's a nice bet. We played it all season. And if you could just hit one, you break even for the season. Absolute blast. So shout out to DraftKings. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BELIEVE. That's code BELIEVE to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet $5 plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Juan Soto.
Juan Soto. I've said this several times now this season, and I wish I was a better wordsmith. I wish I was more articulate here, because I can't find the right way to describe how fucking stupid you had to be to bail on Juan Soto. And anyone who did it, and now that the winds of change are here, and everyone looks up and goes, wait a minute, he's going to go 40-30 with 100 walks, 100 runs, 100 RBI. Oh, wait a minute. This is the best season in Mets history. Wait a minute. It's year 1 of 15. Wait a minute. He kind of should be the MVP. And there were people who were saying he was a bust, saying he was overrated, and talking about his money. And the same, I'm okay with I'd rather the irrational and stupid hatred stop. And I'd rather people give him his flowers and say he's good. But when it's the same people, and they're not even saying hand up, I was so wrong. They're just like, yeah, I counseled before and the Mets shoved it up my ass. And I was like, I'm an idiot. And thank God I'm wrong, because this is what I want. The same people who were like, bust, the Yankees are better without him, he's not happy, are now like, yeah, no, he's great. You didn't think Juan Soto was going to come around? You didn't think Juan Soto was going to come around. You were those fucking assholes. I can't, it's one thing when you're wrong about, I don't know, literally anybody else in the sport. When you're dead wrong 5 minutes into the prime, the beginning of the prime of one of the greatest hitters of all time, you don't deserve to ever talk about baseball again. You should be off the radio. You should get your Twitter account revoked. You shouldn't be able to watch the games. It's so goddamn stupid. And yes, I would say that the first couple months were not his best baseball, I guess. Maybe.
But they were above average.
Yep.
So the people, it was either Tierney or Lecard, one of those guys being like, let's not act like a couple, 2 of those months were subpar. It's like, if the bar was you needed perfect Juan Soto, okay, it was a little bit less, but otherwise it's been a pretty consistent season. So no, he just had an MVP season the whole time, getting really hot now when it counts. So that's a good thing. But anybody trying to talk their way out of any sort of negative Juan Soto talk, you're fooling yourself. You're an idiot. You don't deserve to talk about it anymore.
How many? So for us, it was a year and a half where we fought the Lindorks. And 2021, first year, was a tough year. We talked about it in moved towns. COVID was still going on, which is crazy to even think about, but it really was. I had a young family, a lot of stuff. And he just stunk. And then the thumbs down stuff was
stunk too. He was batting 160 in June. It was not
down thing was awful. That was terrible too.
Terrible. Yes.
And then even 22, I think he started out slow, right? And then 20 into 22, 23, and then obviously last year we killed the last Lindor. And you know what, Kevin? What percent of those Lindorks do you think have a Lindor shirt now? 70%.
100%.
If you have a Met shirt, it's probably Lindor, right?
Yep.
Maybe Soto. And they're probably I'm telling you, the Venn diagram, Lindorks to
and the Juan Soto, 100% the same people. And it's you didn't learn your lesson. And this is just a worse lesson. As good as Lindor is, Juan Soto's a lot better. So the fact that you didn't learn your lesson with this star and you're going to do it to a guy who is Ohtani's a freak. Schwarber, if the Phillies finish well ahead of us, I get the argument. But I don't see why Juan Soto is not right there. I know the odds are he has no shot. I feel if he has a good month, the Mets make it or chase somebody down or make it real interesting. I don't see why he's not in the MVP conversation. 40-30 from Juan Soto?
Well, it's because Ohtani pitches and he has a 4 ERA, so you got to just give it to him.
Yeah, that's got to stop, man. If he pitches well, he'll be the MVP literally the rest of his life.
I was told last year stolen bases matter so much. Now no one cares about them.
So
by the way, if he doesn't win MVP and he doesn't get that bonus, he's going to be so much better next year anyway. So it doesn't even matter.
Maybe we don't want
to miss that on $500,000. I'm going to murder everybody.
Let me tell you a little secret, guys. I think I kind of like the haters. Like,
the
money thing, and it's like I think our sweet boy Juan cares about the money a lot. That's first very good. Yes. But I'm telling you, you don't think if he hears this shit and he's hearing like, oh, these Yankees fans, I mean, they don't give a fuck, or the gobblagools will turn their back on him. But he's hearing the whispers about he's not that good, not making the All-Star team. I think that's when like Man on Fire came out of Juan Soto, right? And if they want to fucking keep disrespecting him, I only think he might be the first 7-tool player in baseball. He's going to figure out how to do tools that aren't even invented yet. He's going to make tools.
And I'm so sick of hearing about the money because it just comes down to his age. If when people are comparing him to the Aaron Judges of the world and these guys, it's like they're 30 plus. They're over 30 years old. If Juan Soto was a normal player, a normal great player at the normal age, he would have signed like a 7-year, 350, maybe a little higher because he's crazy, like 400 million. It would have been big, but no one would have freaked out. But we signed him for 2 contracts. He has 2 primes left. We got to sign him for 15. So if he was making 50 a year for 7 years and it's 350, I don't think anyone even bats an eyelash. But because we got to get him for all 15 because he's 26, now you guys are complaining about it. All right, fine, whatever. Play the math game. But when by the end of his contract, $50 million is going to be par for the course.
Dude, there was an interview probably like June, July when he was starting to get hot, and Lindor's like, yeah, he's a young kid and he's just going to get better. I'm like, Lindor's calling him a kid. It's crazy because he doesn't look like a kid. Which I mean, I might even go towards that tyranny stuff. He can live with that fucking thing. He can use that to hang himself with. But he's been in our lives forever. He's the good Starlin Castro, where it's like this guy is only 23 years old. And there was a basketball player who was forever, like I think Tatum was forever 22 years. He's
19.
Yeah. Jason Tatum's only 19 years old. He's 26 now.
I can't wait to see what Han Soto looks like in his prime. And
he hasn't for a major league contract. They're a year apart. They're not even a year apart. They're like months apart.
I know. When I was thinking about that, like
wildly different players, and that's not a knock on Vientos. It's just the fact that Juan Soto is like molded to crush baseballs.
And I was thinking about calling up McLean, calling up Tong, all these guys. It's like they're all, Tong's pretty young, but like they're all in the same boat, and one just has a whole career's worth of experience already. And he's not like everyone I think always assumes your year 27 years, like that's your season. We're not even there yet. We're not like you could honestly say we're not at Juan Soto's prime yet. You fucking morons.
This season started, Brendan Tierney said there's no way he'll come anywhere near the numbers he put up for the Yankees, playing in that bandbox with 41 home runs.
And judge behind
him.
37. And like it's so crazy that Salicata can go on SNY with a straight face and be like, I can't believe people doubted him for 2 months. It's like the I think you should leave skit where he's in the hot dog costume. Like, we got to figure out who said this. Like, it's you. They were leading the charge during a winning streak in which they were had the best record in baseball. That's all they wanted to talk about.
I can't articulate it. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in all of sports. Like, you're talking about a guy who's the only like comparison, and it's still, dude, going back and looking at Barry Bonds numbers, it's like, it's not even like, I feel like every single time I watch Juan Soto, he walks. And Barry Bonds once had 224 walks.
32, I thought, right? 232.
32, whatever it was. He has Juan Soto's entire walks was Barry Bonds just intentional walks in that one season.
Do you know what DraftKings puts the line at for Juan Soto walks some days? I checked the other day. It was like minus 280 from the draw walk. Like, you can't get any value on it. Aaron Judge is like minus 150. Like Soto, you gotta lay down a juice.
It's crazy. He's so fucking good. The stolen bases he's not getting enough credit for it. He's actually getting a little cocky when he got picked off the other day. I think he's cocky himself a little bit.
Why no one cares about stolen bases this year besides Ohtani? You know who leads the league in stolen bases? I have the list right here. Jose Caballero. That's why no one cares about stolen bases. It's no names like that. Chandler Simpson, a rookie with 39. That's like O'Neal Cruz. Ohtani has 17 stolen bases this year. Like
I actually feel like, I want people to value them because it makes one.
They overvalued them last year because of the whole 50-50 bullshit.
Right. And but also just like, who's doing it? Everyone wants to fucking suck Ohtani's dick and make the case for it. And then like for whatever reason, people hate the Mets and hate Juan Soto. So now you downplay it. But at the end of the day, 40, 30, 100, 100, 100, OPS basically of 1,000. And let's be honest, like standard defense. I wouldn't say he's like a gold glover, but like a couple balls early on that like embarrassed him. Otherwise, totally fine. He's just a 100% complete player and the last person you ever want to see at the plate. And there were people out here doubting him. That's got to be so embarrassing. I've been wrong about a lot of things in sports in my life. If I was ever like that wrong about something that's so obviously like you fucking idiot that I really actually felt strongly about. Like I could have told you every year the Patriots are going to win. And I still like, no, they fucking suck. But if I actually meant it about something as stupid as thinking Juan Soto is bad and overrated, I would be mortified.
We got to bring more shame to the internet. Like everyone just has an opinion and then you can just say whatever you want just to say it. And we just let it slide. And then it's like, oh, now to the next day. We need, because that was early Twitter. Like someone says something, you would just get pounded by that. I mean, we need more people. We need more Boscos in the world. As crazy it is to say that, the world would probably explode and nuclear war would break out. But like that guy was holding grudges on Woj from a tweet that was so old that like you couldn't even read it. It was like,
yes, SD.
SD, it was SD on the internet. It was
screenshot on a BlackBerry. That's how old it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean the Juan Soto thing is it's fucking crazy, man. I like you said, Kev, could he be the greatest Met ever? He could. Like that's the thing about it. He could easily be the greatest.
I think he already is. I legit think he already is. Like I love our stars, I love our idols, but like they're just they don't like none of them really have a complete career with the Mets, either from injury, drugs, or Piazza just kind of getting there late. Like I don't know. Who have we ever watched that's a 40-30 guy he's being absolutely taken for granted by even the people, by even like us. Like we started talking about this 30 minutes into the episode. It should have been, we're screaming it from the mountaintops. It's like, I just expect it. But
if he gets to those numbers, he'll be the first player since 1999.
That's crazy. And that was steroid.
That was steroid era. Bagwell and Bonds were the last ones to do it.
Bonds had back-to-back years, and Bagwell, who got into the Hall of Fame.
Like, and again, it's year one. Like, if anything, this probably is going to be his worst year because there was transition and it is new and blah, blah, blah. So, like, what if next year's like 50-40? I mean, it's going to get silly. I think when we look back, people saying, like, will he be the greatest man of all time is going to be another one that's like, what were we thinking?
Yeah, I'm 100% like fine with this year being if it was the down year. The guy spent his winter being like it's like when they do the buffet circuit, they say, and all the guys are eating everywhere. He was literally just getting like had the teams coming in, having nice lunches, and they were playing out their plans, negotiating. He wasn't working out, but I'll tell you, if he doesn't win the World Series and doesn't make the All-Star team, like keep talking shit about Juan Soto because I want Juan in the fucking gym.
The exact moment they lost to was when Tierney was like, well, do we actually know if he's 26?
That was
like, in what world are you saying that on the radio today?
Have we considered he could be younger? Like, what if he's like 23? What if he was in the World Series at 16?
What's funny about him is like he doesn't look 26. But he didn't look 19 when he was 19. Like he's always looked. I think he came out of the womb a grown man. So yeah, I'm surprised that didn't get more like hate and attention. That was a crazy thing to say.
They were like, "You're not saying that about," and then they just named like 3 other All-Star white guys, and then he's just like, "Let me just pass into the bushes."
Did you see the guy the Red Sox called up, Peyton Tolley? I think he's 22 years old. He looks like he's 34.
Yeah.
I'm just envisioning like a fully grown Juan Soto in a baseball game, just like crawling out of his mom like as a baby in the hospital. He's like,
with a bat in his hand. He's got a sliding mitt on.
Like, his way out. Like Joe Tong's 22. He looks like he's 16. Like
yeah. So, Kyle said it. He looks like Goofy from.
He looks like Max Goof.
Yeah, that was spot on, man. That kid, he is awesome. I was a little worried about him. Like he was so nice when we talked to him that I was like, I don't know if he's gonna like be nervous or the spotlight. And he was doing the post game with Gelbs and he's laughing and smiling. He knew the bath was coming. Like he's doing just fine.
He's gonna be a good clubhouse guy. And like you saw him with the dugout picture and the thumbs up. He's getting warm. Like I'm like, oh my sweet Jonah, he's doing all right,
my sweet baby boy. And then his family. Oh my god, like I haven't loved the family since Grandpa Matt's. That was like. That interview was, I mean, in tears, man. His stoic Japanese dad, his mom's just loving it. I was like, this is unbelievable. This is a soap opera.
one more thing on Soto. I didn't know this about him because, you know, you watch him during the games, whatever. You see him 4 times or 12 times in a national series or whatever. Kind of has like, it's kind of an asshole, right? It seems like he's like the ump and or the catcher. He's always talking shit to, and the umps must hate him. They must fucking,
because he knows the strike zone better than them.
He's an umpire with a bat. It's
and
like
I'm the great, and now the money has really reinforced. I am the great Juan Soto.
Like we get ABS, he's gonna get umpires like really pissed off.
Yeah. It's like the whole batter circle is his. He'll talk shit to the catcher, to the umpire. That's my area. I've never seen someone talk more shit on walks. Like every time he walks, he's taking off his shit. He's looking back like, yeah, you fucking chumps. Like, yeah, that was ball 4, motherfucker. I love it. Yeah.
If you're Pete Alonso, whoever's hitting behind him, you have to love if he gets a shitty ball, like a strike call, and he talks shit going back to the dugout. You just know now your strike zone is going to be so much smaller because that's all they're going to think about. Is like, oh man, like Juan's probably right. I probably missed that one. Yeah,
and like, even if you wanted to say Juan Soto had a down year or a slow start, whatever you want to say. The effect it's had on Pete Alonso, like you should give half of Pete Alonso's numbers to Juan Soto too, because I really think it makes that big of a difference. I think like the whole lineup is eating off that guy.
Yeah, he's got 33 home runs. It's like he is far ahead of him now. Whereas like Pete started the season, we're like, this guy's a world beater. Like he's kind of come down to earth, but at the same time, he's got so many RBIs.
He's like, having like a regular good season. Like he just, yeah. And
he's
then Juan
the season he has every year, Kevin, which is why we should have just paid him last year. No. The Guerrero thing, Vladdy Jr. If you want to talk about a bad contract, that contract's going to go down in history.
Yeah, that's
terrible for $500 million because he is way out of shape. He's hitting almost 300, but I digress.
How long does that last? Yeah,
I don't know now where Pete lands. I really just hope he just turns around and goes, I just want to be a Met for life. He seems like the type. So we'll see.
I think that is the case. And I still don't know how big of a market there is because, again, just age-wise and like.
Plus, Uncle Stevie can set up a tree company and.
Brother, I'll tell you what, when that story hit, I was like, somebody call Steve right now and make sure all of our affairs are in order. I don't think they would be stupid enough. The craziest part of that whole story, all Kawhi Leonard had to do was like one Instagram video for a fucking tree company. And you'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I'm a bad spokesman, but like I did the work. So whatever under the table shit we have going on, let's make sure we're dotting our I's, crossing our T's, and make sure. I also guess, I guess it's large enough amounts of money. You have to do it like with LLCs and shell companies, but can't we just drop bags of cash to people? Can't we just do good old fashioned cash? No red tape. Cash rules, baby. Here's $28 million in cash. Steve's probably got that like in a safe at his house. Just here's bricks of money. Here you go.
I have a Pete Alonso stat. He has 613 plate appearances on the season. He has 321 plate appearances when there's runners on base. So that tells you that obviously Soto's hitting in front of him. That leads all of baseball. 321 plate appearances when there's men on. Second's Kyle Schwarber with 296.
Wow.
So Pete's like clearing that by like a good 30 or so.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like that. And that just changes your whole at bat. Umpires, the way they pitch, you always got runners on deck. Like, I mean, Pete Alonso should be giving Juan Soto a car or some shit at the end of the year.
I will say this to Pablo Torre too, whether it's, because Stevie's going to have all Willet's point. That's a lot of no-show jobs he can give to his plate. But for Jalen Brunson as well,
stay away from
you. Don't want to make an enemy out of me.
Stay away. Pablo, I'll come for that ass. I'll be researching you. Pablo Torre's got some skeletons.
I am not going back to the dark days of the Knicks. I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
And I'll tell you who ain't doing it either. Leon fucking Rose. They call him like the Mafia Don or whatever. He knows some like people are like, oh, did you see that meme where it was Paulie Walnuts and Tony Soprano? And they're like, this is gonna be Pablo Torre outside of
trees.
No, those guys are mafia people from the Northeast. Those are the people who are going to go to Pablo Torre's door if he starts sniffing around Jalen fucking
There's nothing shady. Nothing shady about the power of friendship. We're all clean.
All I heard was how it was the worst deal ever when they signed. Which
we went from overpaying him to being investigated.
I know that's what the two things that really do matter in my mind is I don't think you're allowed to pin a guy who is a surprise. Like he shouldn't have been making this money anyway in people's minds. So leave him alone. And also, I genuinely mean this because I didn't just say this when this all came about. Once I learned that he's just lining himself up for the Supermax, I actually think there's some logic to that. Like, I'll give you a team-friendly deal. I'll take a discount, but I'm going to get my fat contract as soon as possible. I think that that's a pretty valid reason to go about that big of a pay cut. So, I don't know. I leave Jalen alone.
Also, the Red Sox being on that accounting paperwork and nobody even batting an eye, they're just like, oh, yeah, cool.
Went under the radar majorly. Yeah,
I think with baseball it doesn't matter because there's no salary cap. Like, if you want,
the penalties and shit, like you can,
that's simple tax evasion. Who cares?
Yeah,
that's what sets us apart too. Because Uncle Stevie can just pick something up off of his shelf and be like, "Here you go." After they retire,
I'm sure he gave Juan the stick man. I'm sure stick man is in Juan's basement. There's another $150 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just remind everyone, Uncle Stevie was never convicted of any wrongdoing. There was a settlement that was done, and it was just Friday.
We've got like a Ray Donovan guy situation going on. Like we're buttoned up. I'm not worried.
Mark Cuban had a great point. Like I still think I would imagine Pablo Torres researched this for months on end. I'm sure he's got the goods. But Mark Cuban brought up a good point of like, why would Ballmer let that company go bankrupt, knowing that when he has billions, there is something there. But yeah, let's make sure whatever we're doing under the table, or whatever fake companies we have, are healthy and operating, and no investigations from that little motherfucker Pablo. He has to put out a statement that's like, I am healthy, I am not suicidal. Like if anybody finds me, it was not me, because Steve Ballmer and the NBA are gonna we'll see what happens.
Steve's a happy guy. He's always cheering, but like all those billionaires, they have their James Bond villain side. Every single one of them.
You come for me, like I will erase you, bro.
And Worldwide West too. I'm very Worldwide West is the little finger of the NBA. I'm very happy he's the one like running the circles for the next
motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. He was on the fucking court for the Malice at the Palace. That's my fucking guy. But I had to actually also add this stat. I saw it on Twitter the other day. Two stats that blew my mind. One, Barry Bonds hit over 50 home runs in a season one time. Wow. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He hit 49 at 73, and that was it. And it was just the all-time record with that. And two, I think Team Thirst Trap tweeted this out. The Mets record as of yesterday was the same record it was in 2024. So it's it's a game of Uno. There's two very different ways to get to where we were at 74 and 64.
We said that all season. Like, you just got to get to the end of 162 with, 90 something wins. Hopefully, no matter how you get there, doesn't fucking matter.
And we don't have like the cursed Braves in the mix, so you're not scared of them, right? Even though they can fuck us when they play us. The Phillies have become like not as feared, obviously, because we've been able to beat them. So it's just the way seasons play out. 2006 felt like an absolute dominant team. Looking back, I'm like, oh, we were just the best team out of a bunch of shitty teams in the
NBA,
NBA, right?
Yes, that's the problem. I saw a stat a couple weeks ago, so I don't know what the number is now, but it was like, if you add up the Pirates, the Nationals, the Marlins, yada yada, Orioles, our record would have been like 71 and 56, and we would have been in first place if we just played like 500 against those teams. Yeah. So that'll be the story of this season: is if we don't make it, look at the bad. Like we played. Meek, we went through it yesterday. Like, aside from the Brewers when they got a dick kicked in, I think we played all of like the first place.
The Phillies we've owned. The Tigers we took 2 out of 3 against. The Dodgers we have a season series against. Cubs we took 2 out of 3 against.
So all the good teams are, we play well against them. It's just going to be the bad, mediocre teams that fucked us. So
I also saw that.
And the Blue Jays, we swept them. They're a good team.
Yeah. Right. I saw the Giants are now the team behind us in the wild card standings. I'm like, I can't be following the Giants.
Just win games. That's all you gotta do.
Just beat the Reds, beat the Phillies, just keep winning games, and we can start worrying about NL East versus wild card, all that kind of shit. It does feel like, what do you think? So again, this is the season with the Mets here. So it's like they're not going to make it easy. So would that mean they're going to lose like all 3 Reds games and put the Reds like a game behind us? Is that the most likely outcome based on the way this?
And then we sweep the Phillies and get it all back.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought of this little segment too. I'm going to do every week here with you guys. The team. All right. First off, Game 7 of a playoff series. Game 3, elimination game. Game 3, Game 7, whatever it may be. Who do you want on the bump for the New York Metropolitans?
We've already used McLean and Tong at this point?
No, fully rested.
Well, that's McLean.
McLean's the guy, right?
I want McLean starting every game if we could.
I mean, if I could get a crystal ball and know which Peterson I'm getting, like I would maybe make that. If I knew I'm getting good Peterson.
That's
but
I think the other option.
Probably McLean. Just
McLean being good is also reminiscent of DeGrom struggling in Game 5 against the Dodgers and then just finding ways to get out of it. And it's like, as fucked up and weird as it sounds, it's like I'd rather a guy that I know can get into the shit and get himself out of it than a guy who's just cruising and then gets into a little bit of trouble and just the wheels fall off.
That's why I loved his last start. Gave up those couple runs, and I was like, all right, we're gonna the pumpkin turned into the carrot turned into a pumpkin, and then he just settles in, gets the job done. It's like that's actually more impressive than throwing a no-no or something.
No, I'm with you guys. Again, Peterson is the other answer that's acceptable, and I'd be fine with. I'd have to live with either one. Rocket, Jared guy was on Jared show. He called me and he goes, "Who's starting game 1 for you if you had a choice?" I go, "McLean." I go, "And McLean starting game 2, and he's starting game 3." Maybe Sprinkle and Tong at some point, but at this point, I think Peterson is again. He actually did stuff in the playoffs and has been good this year. Where a lot of Manaea was good last year, he sucks this year. Mm-hmm. Then my other question: if you had to choose one team to play and one team not to play, because the standings are very fluid right now.
In the playoffs or
playoffs, say wild first round, if you had to choose, and anyone's on the table, anyone in the NL is on the table.
The Cubs are one team I'd want to play just because they're us in 2022. They're having a good season, but they face the Brewers team and never loses. So it's
yeah, they're mental.
It's looking in the mirror. It's what it is.
I get a little nervous that the Magic's going to run out against the Phillies. They have to eventually even this out, right? So that scares me a little bit. I don't want to go as far to be I want the Phillies because that's famous last words. The Padres scare the fuck out of me, and the Dodgers will still. I don't care how bad they've been, what their injuries are. I see the Dodgers right now, and it's like boogeyman. But so the West Coast teams scare the fuck out of me. No surprise there.
What about the Brewers? We're just living with the Brewers, Kyle. What do you think?
Brewers, that's also to me I don't want to be disrespectful because they're fucking lights out, so I don't want to say anything. But it's are they really that good?
And even going back to last season, they crushed us in the final series of the season, and we were like, "Oh, this is going to be trouble." And then we turned around and immediately got it back. As long as Yu Darvish is on the Padres, I don't want to play the Padres.
Yeah.
They're going to pitch him, even if he's not on the postseason. Even if he's on the roster, they'll bring him back.
And he will throw 7 innings of 2-run ball, absolutely.
Yes.
So avoid the Padres. I'm with you guys. The Padres are they're falling like flies. I know Bogarts got hurt. Someone else just got hurt. Their bullpen is absolutely filthy. But it's this season, and it's also that wild card round. It's all that stuff every single time. The Padres just seem to be that team that they're the rock to our scissors, right? And for some reason, we can cut the Phillies paper right now. I don't know how it is. And if we face the Dodgers, I'm at the mindset of we're probably gonna have to face them anyway. So fucking let's just get it over with.
This is also I feel like this year we could bang with them offensively. Last year it was we can't score against them. They're gonna score 10 runs every single game.
Right.
And this is what, and I love, there's certain moments as a parent that just make a tear come down your eye. AJ was we're talking about he graduates high school in 2036. And he goes, that's, what do you say?
It's Juan Soto's
he goes, that would be, Juan Soto will still be on the Mets for 4 more years. And I was like, you're measuring in Juan Soto contract years already? I fucking love you, bro. So
yep.
I always used to say when he was on Podfathers, he doesn't have his pinstripes because he was an absolute terror to us. That boy has pinstripes, has the fucking orange, the blue, whole fucking uniform at this point. He could kick me out of the family if he wants after he said that. So sounds like we're all locked into McLean as the guy for the pitching spot. Peterson number 2. And then I think we're kind of just take whoever, right? I don't want to, and that's the thing. I'm with you, Kev. I don't want to say I want because that is famous last words. I wanted the Oakland A's in 2022.
I wanted the Royals.
Yes, exactly. I wanted the Royals. I wanted the Cardinals in 2006 over the Astros, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you want, sometimes you might just get it. The funny thing is no Phillies fans wanted us last year, and then we fucking proved them absolutely right. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We have the Reds coming up. Phillies.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Vientos. We didn't talk about him at all.
Oh yeah.
Seems to be fully back. And Beatty also has just become I don't know what they're gonna do because Vientos showed he can be Vientos. Beatty's just a 15 home run player. He's just a good player. And then Mauricio is, I think, the guy with the most raw talent out of the bunch. So you could make the case for keeping all of them, for best trade value for all of them. I don't know. That's I guess a good spot to be in, but also a difficult one. I do not envy Stearns in that regard.
If gun to head, I'd say Beatty's my third baseman long term. Vientos as the DH. But the thing I said to you, Kev, Mauricio could become the junior Caminero, where it's like non-Mets fans will be like, this fucking guy hit 40 home runs for the Rays this year because we traded him for, God knows what. So I'm already at peace with Mauricio being awesome somewhere else. I'm at peace with Drew Gilbert, who is did you see that picture of him?
Yeah.
With the fucking on the throat. Yep. So him, and then I think Jolly Olive tweeted it out. The worse Helsey plays, the more convinced I am that the guy we traded for him is going to become like a 10-time All-Star. Because it's like you can't just you trade a guy and he's good, you live with it. But when you get like Mike Bordick and he makes the big error in the World Series, like Melvin Moore is insured to become an All-Star. Like that's
like Bordick.
I loved Melvin Moore. Boys, that would have been
more battle like 360, right?
I fucking loved Melvin Moore. He always looked like he was crying. I love that man with all my heart. So that one hurt.
He was my guy before I knew like about guys. Like I remember just feeling like I love this dude.
That's Alvarez. Oh, Alvarez. We had to touch on Alvarez too. I mean, again, the Mets having a catcher, the baseball gods giving us a catcher and say the only thing is his hands will always break. It's like the most baseball gods thing ever.
He had a grand slam last night, and then they have the picture of him sitting in the car seat, and he's got like a wrap and a brace on both hands. It's like, what are we doing?
So they're either the baseball gods are either I feel like they're trying to like nudge us to be like Luis Torrens is going to have the all-time Met moment for the 2025 postseason, and Alvarez just will not let it happen. He's just going to.
He's so good behind the plate. Every time he throws somebody out, I'm like, God damn! If you could just hit a little bit better, but he is right now. So if you could just like, I just need you to hit with runners on base. That's it. You can strike out every other time in my life.
Be serviceable.
Yeah. That girl, I think Diana said it. She was on Twitter. They were like,
she's great, though. She's a great follow.
One of my easily top 3 Mets follow, maybe number 1. I think it was Diana. It was like, I just need like a 2024 Luis Angel Acuna run from him, where it's like a couple weeks where he just gets hot with the stick, and he obviously can play defense, and we are fucking money at that point.
As long as the other guys good at throwing out base runners.
So good. Base running is our strength now, which is something to say as New York Mets fans, because
never seen that.
They were just running on us nonstop. Diaz is the only guy who hasn't figured it out yet, but whatever. That is what it is. Just don't allow base runners anymore, Diaz. Is there anything else we had to touch on? I think we got everything. There was a lot of shit.
That's it, yeah.
So one thing left to do, boys. Gotta believe.
Gotta believe.
Gotta believe.